जय, नाइस। हिंदी, आपको हिंदी चाहिए? ओनली हिंदी और व्हाट? हिंदी ओके। आई नो ओनली इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी, दैट्स ऑल। ठीक है, थोड़ा सामने सामने आ जाओ। नहीं नहीं, चेयर लेके इधर बैठ जाओ। ठीक है। ओके, हरे कृष्णा, नाइस। सो यू नो अंगिक बिफोर, हाँ? यू नो बिफोर ओनली, मतलब अभी अभी पहचान हुई है? ओके, गुड। यार मतलब लकी कैच। Yeah, generally we do a registration for whole week long, and people who register for that, we will bring them here. So good, luckily you found us here. Okay, Hare Krishna. You are not first time, now Mataji? This is second time. Last week you were there. Okay, that means this is first time only. Last week we didn't had any class, but today we'll have. So in this session, we discuss different topics. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So different topics, which theme based on Bhagavad Gita. So first topic we had, which was based on our idea of happiness, what we are looking for in the life. Secondly, we discuss about what is soul, what is reincarnation. This topic we discussed. Thirdly, we discuss about our culture. Then we talked about karma. Then again we spoke about what is the different ways which we can revive our culture. And now today we are discussing again another topic which is very relevant to our day-to-day life, which is mind. So mind uh, is very peculiar thing, and every spiritual organization, or maybe spiritual or non-spiritual also, everybody is struggling with this particular entity called mind, है ना? माइंड, मन जो है, मन के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, है ना? मन जो है वो बहुत डिस्टर्ब करता है ना? सब लोग इसी के पीछे पड़ा है, माइंड कंट्रोल. देयर आर सो मेनी लाइफ कोच who are earning a crores just talking about mind control but giving nothing. Now when we are in the class, we feel, oh nice, good, we can do this, we can do this, wake up early. Now waking up early is a big challenge. Doing things on a time is a challenge because mind is not in control. They will motivate nicely. When we are in the class, we get motivated, but afterwards everything is zero. So they have earned their money, but we are earning nothing. So we are trying to figure out some kind of what is the basics of it. Of course, many people don't talk about mind and then talk about so many things, but this is a root cause of all our problems. We'll be discussing on that. But before that, we'll do small prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So our session is based on the principles of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the eternal divine song of God. And we are dedicating this session to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has, with his discipline and his mercy and the love, he brought the transformation into the thousands of the fallen disciples, fallen souls in this Kali Yuga. He made them his disciples and brought them to the highest level of Indian culture. Hare Krishna. So mind, your mind. Please mind it. Yeah. Okay. We have to see what mind is. Generally, in our life, when we have some kind of decision making to be done, we find some voices from inside. Some kind of, ye karu ki wo karu, shall I do this or shall I not do this? Going to the marriage, and there's a big feast happening around, and you are putting everything in your plate and you are finding rasgulla at the end, but you have sugar. Of course, fortunately, nobody should have sugar today. But yeah, the person who has a sugar and he gets this rasgulla, and he will have a dvidha manasthiti, a dual mind. Shall I take or not take? One voice will come, Are take. So nice. Last time you saw when you had the rasgulla, it was 1 year back. And this is no Bengali marriage. Rasgulla is all good there. Don't miss it. Bengali marriage and rasgulla missing means offense. Big mistake. And suddenly another voice will come, Are sugar level yesterday only 300. One rasgulla gone. Are marna hai kya? One voice will tell, another voice will say, nahi, we'll take injection, we'll take workout, सब कुछ कर लेंगे, eat it, it's very nice. This kind of fight will happen. And one moment, who will win? First which? Rasgulla खाने का, नहीं खाने का? Somebody will win. Mostly, we win. The voice which tells, Are enjoy, he will win. So what is this we're talking about? This is one voice is coming from, is the voice from the mind. Another voice is the voice from intelligence and a buddhi. What mind does, we'll see what mind does and what intelligence. How we can distinguish between these two voices. Which voice is coming from the mind and which voice is coming from the intelligence. We'll see that. So, There are, hmm, okay. Hmm. So mind generally considered as a no mind in the scriptures they say mind is like a Brahmar. Brahmar, like mind is like a bee, which will be always roaming from one flower to another flower to another flower to another flower. It will not stay in one place. Mind is, and sometimes mind is considered as compared to the monkey also. But poetically, mind is, it is mentioned as a, like poet, like a Brahmar. Mano madhukaro mego madhyapo matkuno marut. And and all these things, ma mado markato matsya makara chasha chanchala. The 10 things which are chanchal. This is mano, madhukar, meg, madhyapi is also chanchal. You will not stay in one place. You will, which is always shaking. Mat kuno, maruta, air, and vayu. Markato, matsyo, makar. This all these are people who are chanchala. They are all very disturbed. And even though they are disturbed, of course, among this mind, even though it is disturbed, it is the most powerful entity. We have seen the power of mind. Mind is terrifically powerful. So we have seen that we have got multiple voices in the heart. Have you experienced, all of you? Anybody has not experienced different voices? कि नहीं मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा कुछ नहीं, एक ही वॉइस आता है बस खत्म, है ना? Everybody has experienced this. Mind is such a kind of a powerful entity, and the power, if somebody can harness this power, mind power, they can achieve anything. Have you tried to control your mind? Okay, yes, sat in a dhyana, asana, meditation and all these things. And meditation, we don't have to think of anything. We just focus on a particular object or jyoti and all these things. It's difficult. Mind is something which will take you the thing where you should not go. Always. Mind will take the place where you should not go. If I say, ki this next 10 minutes you should not think about monkey. It's a dangerous thing. If you think about monkey, it will shoot you. What will happen? Mind will think about a monkey only, which is having a nice long tail and with a black face and tiny, tiny hands. Will do naughty things. I had taken my specs somewhere sometimes back in Vrindavan. So, mind is like this. Whatever we should not do, that place only mind will go always. And students would have experienced this a lot. Teachers will say, "Arey, focus here in this book." Mind will be going into the playground. Mind will go into the IPL match. Mind will go in so many places it will go, but not into the studies. Always. Mind is very terrific thing. Why it is so powerful? And why it is not coming in our control? Even though we can say we are so powerful people. Arjuna was a powerful person. Do you think Arjuna was a powerful person? And Krishna was explaining Arjuna Dhyana Yoga. Okay, what you have to do, Arjuna? You have to sit in the asana in a proper place and sit in the proper and focus on your nose. These are all shlokas on Bhagavad Gita. You have to focus on the nose and sit into Dhyana Mudra. And what Arjuna says, Sir, please forgive me. It is not going to happen. Arjun जैसा आदमी बोल रहे हैं. The person who is a sharp shooter, archer. Archery is archery, कितना concentration चाहिए archery में, पूरा focus चाहिए. And Arjun was famous for his concentration, isn't it? Heard a story that Dronacharya will ask, who can see the bird on the tree? Everybody tell different stories. Arjuna says, I can see only bird and bird's eyes, that's all. Arjuna was so focused. Still he was telling, sir, it's not going to happen with me. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadram. Why mind is so powerful? Pramati balavadram. Bhagavad Gita mentions. We'll read this shloka together. Why mind is so powerful? It will come here. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhirevacha अहंकार इति यम में भिन्ना प्रकृतिर अष्टधा. Translation, somebody will read. Yeah, Mataji, loudly. Loudly.
Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these eight constitute my separated material energy.
So these are the spiritual powers. These are not any normal thing. Bhumi, apa, air, water, earth, fire, ether. They are all Krishna's energy. And Krishna's separated energies. And not just these three things, not just these five things. Ahankara, sorry, Mana, Buddhi and Ahankar. These three are also Krishna's energy. And which is called something which is Krishna's energy, which is powerful like Krishna only, right? कृष्णा को कोई कंट्रोल कर पाए है ना, पावरफुल है. भगवान की शक्ति है तो भगवान की तरह ही पावरफुल होनी चाहिए. So this is mind is Krishna's energy, and that's why it is not in our control. It is
False ego and ego, what is the difference?
ego and false ego. Ego is something which gives you, we'll discuss that again, but I will tell you in short. Ego is something which tells you the your akar, ahankar. Ego means ahankar. So it's your identity. But false ego means the false identity. Ahankar tells you who you are. False ego means who you not, that you are. You know, like, sometimes young boys, they will stand in front of mirror and they will put their hairstyle and say, I am Shah Rukh Khan. I am, what is that, Shahid Kapoor, all these things. So they start thinking themselves about, I am that person, like that. So this is the false ego. They imitate that kind of personalities they like. This is false ego, false identity of themselves. Or maybe, that this is an example, who I am not considering I am that. That is a false ego. Okay. So,
eight constitute my separated material energy.
count 8.
Yeah, that why the false ego is also.
That is also Krishna's energy.
So I didn't understand.
Yeah, it is Krishna's power. It gives you the false understanding of yourself. Okay, false ego will explain again sometimes later. Today talking about mind. Okay. So what mind does? What is the activity of mind is? What generally the mind का activity कैसे चलता है? Mind always deals with what I like, what I don't like. What intelligence talks about? Rational. Intelligence talks about what's right, what's wrong. And mind will always tell what I like, what I don't like. Rasgulla, so nice, I like it. That's why I eat it. Intelligence will tell, no, Rasgulla is bad for health, we should not eat. What's right or what's wrong? That is intelligence job. What I like, and mind will always desire to repeat the experience, and it will compel us to repeat that experience which we liked or which mind liked. And whatever experience that we didn't, my mind was feeling, mind considers as unpleasant, he will try to avoid it and he will push us to do that. So this all, then question comes, what is this likes and don't likes based on? Past experiences. See, and how these past experiences are based on? The activities that we have done. See, for example, you are from Bangalore, South India. You are from Bihar. अगर आपको इडली दी जाए, you take इडली, अरे यार क्या इडली खिला दिया. और आपको राइस और रसम दे दी जाए, you give राइस रसम, अरे राइस और पानी. What are you feeding me this? And if you give rice rasam to him, anybody Tamilian? No, नहीं Tamilian कोई नहीं है. अरे Tamilian, they love rice rasam like anything. उनको 24 मतलब 12 महीने अगर उनको राइस रसम खिलाया जाए, they can easily eat it. They are happy, है ना. But paratha nahi milega to what kind of feast you are giving? No paratha, you call it as a feast? No pakoda at all? है ना? So we consider likes and dislikes something else. And these North Indians, they will think something else, and South Indians, they will something else. Is it like that ki rice rasam is bad? Itself is not bad. Paratha is bad, itself is not bad. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. But we are perceiving something as a good, we are perceiving something as a bad. Why? Based on our samskaras. It's called as a samskaras. Shishikanta Darshan Mahaprabhu. We call it as a samskaras. And samskaras, what does it mean by samskaras? Tendencies and संस्कार शब्द थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है ना, डेंजरस है ना. समटाइम्स वी डू सम मिस्टेक, पीपल से क्या संस्कार है तेरे, है ना. एंड समटाइम्स वी डू समथिंग गुड, अच्छे संस्कार हैं, है ना, दैट्स गुड संस्कार या गॉड, ना बोलते हैं ताने मारते हैं. ओके, पेरेंट्स हैज गिवन समथिंग, इनहेरेंट कल्चर. इनहेरेंट कैसे बोल सकते हैं? इफ पेरेंट्स आर गिविंग, हाउ दिस इज इनहेरेंट? You are catching from her, okay, because they are doing it, you are catching it, that's why inherent. Okay, this is sanskaras, because mother is following, you are following it, and mother has trained you in some particular habits and activities, that's why you are doing this, है ना. Waking up in the morning become a habit, this is my sanskar, है ना, है ना. And some places, if you say people in Haryana, उनकी बोली जैसे खड़ी होती है ना, they speak very rash. Some Haryana people come to Maharashtra or something like that, sorry ये गाली मार रहा है मुझे. And Maharashtra people go to Haryana, they will not survive there at all, है ना. They are very strong, very straightforward speaking people, है ना. So people say sanskaras are the activities which based on our surrounding, our culture, and many times these sanskaras comes before birth also, the past life sanskaras. And some habits which we carry from one life to another life to another life to another life. What things we carry, we cultivate in this life, we carry into next life also. So these are also sanskaras. And these sanskaras all are imprinted into these two things. One called is the mind and another is intelligence. These two things, they record everything. Mind and okay, we have gone through this. And mind is, it is the one which picks up every impressions that we do. Okay, have you so these are the impressions. What are impressions? We have so many impressions. We have what we like, what we don't like, and all these things. What all things we go through every day in the life, you know. Okay, and what we see, what we hear, what we what people are around us, you know. Sometimes if you just simply talk about mind gives all these impressions based on our surroundings also. Sometimes Sachin plays and hits sixer, we like it, you know. But and Shoaib Akhtar hits sixer, or maybe I don't know who's the batsman in Pakistan. Some Shahid Afridi hits sixer, we like it. Both are hitting sixers, but one time we like it, one time we don't like it. And sometimes Sachin ka wicket chala jata hai, we like it, we don't like it. But by chance, if we are born in Pakistan, what we'll do? Our likes and dislikes will be completely opposite based on our surroundings. You know, same man is hitting this or same man is getting out. This one. So these are the sanskaras based on our habits, our culture, our surroundings, our environment. So we keeps on picking up all these things. And mind has record of all these things. What mind records? Everything. You know, you have seen video editor. How many of you makes reels? Reels बनाते हो नहीं बनाते हो? या बनाते हो? What is the best video editor software? Video editing software. Premiere Pro, best editing software. Sound, मतलब video editing software ना, है ना? So I will tell you the better than that any software is there? Nothing. I will tell you the better than that some software is there. That is called the mind. Now it happens. You know, best video editing software is mind, and it happened many times. You know, you see a nice video, nice a nice movie, and we are completely absorbed into it. And hero is doing some nice actions, stunts, and everything. And night, when you go to sleep, that hero in this movie is cropped out, and instead of in the place of hero, your face is pasted, and the movie reels again. And, and without any miss, everything happens nicely. And sometimes good videos, good scenes are also added into that. And mind is the best video editing software. Once mind, what all mind things, mind teaches, mind shows, you don't imagine. Once, in our career, my spiritual, as a career, you can say, there are so many counseling we do. Once what happened, one boy came to me and he was crying. And Prabhuji, he was almost crying, Prabhuji, क्या हो गया मेरी ज़िंदगी में, it's not going to happen, कोई अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है, बोले क्या हो गया भाई बेटा, प्रभुजी बिहार का ही था वो. And Bihar, it happens like that कि this boy, young boy, he was doing job in Bangalore, and he went to Bihar for vacation, and गया तो सिंगल आया डबल. अरे ऐसा कैसे हो गया, प्रभु जी पिताजी ने जबरदस्ती बिठा दिया. हो गया, उसको चॉइस भी नहीं पूछा भाई करनी है कि नहीं करनी है. एंड ही वाज क्राइंग, है ना. एंड दैट्स काउंसलिंग बड़ा अच्छा है, ठीक है, जो हुआ सो हुआ, व्हाट यू कैन डू, इट्स ऑल डेस्टिनी, यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट, यू कैन नॉट रन अवे फ्रॉम दिस, नाउ यू हैव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ गॉड, यू हैव टू निभाना पड़ेगा, अगर एवरीथिंग. एंड मतलब काउंसलिंग ना इतना स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन होता है, मतलब काउंसिली के लिए, काउंसलर के लिए भी. एंड आफ्टर दैट ही वेंट ऑफ, and I was tired, I slept off, and in the dream 3-4 times I myself got into the situation. Oh my God, ये क्या हो गया. Being a brahmachari is the most stressful thing. Coming out and waking up, अरे ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. So mind, it takes us to all these kind of situations there. There's an acronym for mind. What mind does, whatever we see, it magnifies. M for magnifies the problem, and I for infinite thoughts. It is not staying one place, it is giving infinite number of thoughts. They say कि mind can generate 10,000 thoughts in 1 hour. 1 घंटे में 10,000 thoughts आपके जनरेट करके दे सकता है. This is so powerful, है ना. This kind of power, मतलब processing is not even a supercomputer also. है ना. And never in present, it will keeps on running. We have started the class since last half an hour. How many times you have gone into past? Many times. पिछली जिंदगी के बारे में सोचा होगा, कल के बारे में सोचा होगा, what I had to what yesterday evening, all these things we have heard thought. Never in present. Either it will be going into the past or it will go into the future, but never into in the class. This is called as attentive hearing. D for distraction. It will always keep on distracting. पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं तो खेलने को भेजेगा. If you are playing, it will ask you to study. This is all students' problem. Neither they can enjoy the studies, neither they can enjoy the games also. And S, it generates stress and anxiety all the time. It magnifies the problem. It will, whatever we see, it is extrapolate, mind extrapolate, keep on extrapolating. we have seen इसको बोलते हैं एनालिसिस का पैरालिसिस. heard this एनालिसिस का पैरालिसिस. प्रॉब्लम इज लिटिल स्मॉलर, है ना. ये क्या होगा, इससे क्या होगा, व्हाट विल हैपन दिस, व्हाट विल हैपन, एनालिसिस, सो मेनी एनालिसिस बट नो डिसीजन मेकिंग, एंड इट स्टॉल्स द होल प्रोजेक्ट. एनालिसिस का पैरालिसिस जैसे, है ना. This small video here, I can, it incorporate. This is very general thing. We'll see this. हिंदी आता है ना सबको? हाँ ठीक है.
अरे विवेक, I want to talk to you something. Yes. चलो अभी तो तुम निकलो, मंडे को बात करते हैं, ओके? पता नहीं सबको क्या बात करनी. कहीं मेरा प्रोजेक्ट तो नहीं चेंज होगा, कहीं मेरा रिव्यू तो नहीं है मंडे को, बॉस को कहीं पता तो नहीं कर दिया मैं अपनी मंथली पीपीटी अपने इंटर्न से बनवा. सर, हाँ सर, आप कह रहे थे कुछ ज़रूरी बात करनी. अरे हाँ, मैं कह रहा था तुम शादी कब कर रहे हो, घर भरने के लिए जा रही है, सिर्फ ये बात करनी थी आपको। हाँ यही कह रहा था, चलो चाय पी के आते हैं।
Hey, Krishna. So this is analysis of paralysis. Sorry, paralysis of analysis. So whatever,
अरे विवेक,
बस बस, है ना. This is the function of mind. Whatever we happens, it will keep on extrapolating, and then it is give on thinking thoughts after thoughts after thoughts. With the problem which is not existing, that also becomes our problem. Hmm? And whatever we have not thought, that also comes into existence. Hmm? Another thing is, it gives infinite uncontrolled thoughts, keeps on lots of, it keeps on generating lots of negativity, and hundreds of thoughts, and that many times these thoughts are negative. And when you observe yourself, uh, this when somebody who has a habit of overthinking and all these things, and even if somebody doesn't have a habit of overthinking also, if you observe yourself, the same thought which we have thought already before comes again, and same idea will keep on processing, but we don't come to the conclusion. Sometimes we come to the conclusion also, but still we'll start processing it again, है ना. एक बार सोचा हुआ चीज़ है फिर से बार बार सोचते हैं. Such a kind of a waste of energy, right? And doing same thing again and again, but mind does it, keeps on doing, repeat thoughts after thoughts after thoughts, uncontrolled. It is uncontrolled. Bring from anywhere, any place, है ना. किसी के हाथ पैर नहीं, वो भी थॉट्स लेके आ जाता है, मतलब समथिंग विच वी हैव नॉट कॉन्शियस माइंडली नहीं करते, फिर भी आ जाता है वो. सो वेरियस थिंग, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आते हैं, एंड ही विल नेवर बी इन प्रेजेंट. It will always go into the past, and he will be always thinking कि भाई अरे ऐसा क्या होता तो कैसा हो जाता, if we have done things this like way, ऐसा, if we not invested money into this place, if we have invested money, अगर if we not taken this mobile, if you taken that mobile will be better, थोड़ा सा वेट कर लेते तो अच्छा था, है ना. थोड़ा सा लैपटॉप भी, एनीथिंग, लैंड इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड एवरीथिंग, जो भी होता है व्हेनेवर माइंड विल ऑलवेज थिंक ऑफ कि भाई पास्ट में ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, पास्ट के बारे में ऑलवेज सोचा, एंड फ्यूचर, इट विल रिपेंट फॉर द पास्ट, एंड इट विल वरी अबाउट फ्यूचर, ऑलवेज वरी. अरे अगर इतना पैसा मिला तो अच्छा होगा, ये हमारा अच्छा स्टॉक बढ़ जाएगा तो अच्छा होगा, एंड सो मेनी थिंग्स, है ना. इफ बॉस एक्सेप्ट माई दिस प्रपोजल विल बी गुड, छुट्टी मिल जाए तो दिस विल सो नाइस, है ना. So mind will be keep on worrying about future. So these two things, repent about the past and worry about the future. These two basic things that mind will always do, but it will never be working into present. It will never allow us to stand in the present. Anybody who can do that is a master of the mind. And distraction, it will never let you be at one place, like we have seen the students habits, it will keep on going everywhere but never into focusing on the one place. We have seen, okay, let us do one small experiment. Close your eyes, and just for 30 seconds, not more than that, I will count, okay? And in these 30 seconds you don't have to think about anything, okay? Okay, try about. Start. Five seconds remaining. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, what were your thoughts? It was successful, or something came? What all things you were thinking in these 30 seconds? Yes, Mataji? You want to say something? Huh? Anybody want to share? If the thoughts are good or maybe something shareable, you can share.
I was thinking that you said not to think anything.
To try to not think anything is also one of the thoughts, na? You know, so we think and try not to think. I try not to think, try not to think, and we keep on telling ourselves this is also one of the thought only, right? You know, and maybe sometimes अरे किसको पता चलने वाला है think, and maybe sometimes I say okay 5 minutes remaining. अरे प्रभु जी घड़ी देखना तो भूल नहीं गए 5 minutes की जगह पे 10 सेकंड हो गए. I know half an hour, half a minute बोल रहे थे लेकिन it's becoming 1 minute. So and when we try to not think and we think that this 1 minute or half a second, half a minute is so long. अरे खत्म क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? है ना?
If you stop, if you follow your breath,
हाँ.
then you can stop.
Yeah, you have to focus mind somewhere else. You cannot keep it empty.
Follow your breath.
है ना? Sometimes somebody will be counting seconds in the mind. Okay, प्रभु जी ने बोला है कुछ नहीं सोचना है. Let us count seconds only. 1, 2, 3. That is also sometimes people do a trick. But that is also one of the thoughts only, right? That is also one of the you are engaging your mind. Without engaging your mind, you cannot keep it empty. And at least either you focus on the breath, focus on the something or object or something like that. But you have to keep him engaged. Mind is like a monkey. है ना? Kid. छोटा बच्चा होता है ना, उसको चुपचाप बैठ. You ask him to sit silently, he will not sit. You have to keep him engaged doing something. Otherwise, घर में डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो जाता है. इन्हें तो एटॉमिक बॉम्ब है ना. So mind is always distracted. When children are studying, when we have to study and focus and all these things, mind will always take into different places. Devotees, when they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the morning, Mangalarti, after Mangalarti, we do meditation processes. They experience these things a lot. We are sitting in a place, like this kind of place in temple, and everybody is chanting, there is no other job, no other service, but still mind goes here and there, everywhere. अरे भाई मतलब we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and धोती, अच्छा इसकी धोती तो इतनी सफ़ेद है, मेरी इतनी सफ़ेद नहीं हो रही है, कौन सा डिटर्जेंट यूज़ करता है, अच्छा मेरी धोती तो नहीं पहना ये, कल ही नया खरीदा था मैंने. And we are chanting and focusing, but mind goes all the places around. It's so difficult. It is always distracted. And stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety is one of the important phenomena that mind goes through. See, why do we feel stress? We always keep on comparing ourselves with others. I have this much, he has that much. Companies, they will conduct appraisal interviews, but they keep secret. आपको कितना पैसा मिला है, इनको कितना मिला है. They will not tell anybody anything, but you still come to know. इसको इतना मिला है, इसको 5% मिला, अच्छा मेरे को 2% ही दिया, आपको 5% इज वेरी लेस. श्री कांत दर्शन महाप्रभु की जय. कंपनी ने सिर्फ 5% दिया. Inflation is increasing at 10%. You are giving 5% to me only. What is this? And अरे this person got 10%. What I did? है ना? Now they will say अरे इसने तो कुछ काम ही नहीं किया. All my work he has getting credit and is giving. All jealousy and all anxiety will come with this comparison. This will increase our stress, and moreover this social media and all these things, they will bring anxiety more and more. Like we had the COVID. In the COVID time, many people with the stress of COVID only they fall sick. Actually, they didn't go outside, nothing happens, but still, just by thinking about the COVID, they fall sick. One guy in Belgaum, we had a story. So his wife got COVID. And that time the phenomenon, air was like that, anybody gets the COVID and he goes to hospital, never comes back. And never see that person also. And he got so much stress that he got a heart attack. And his heart attack, he passed away. His wife, who got COVID, she got cured, came back home safely. And who didn't got COVID, he just, he got into this difficult problem. This stress and anxiety, this is a product of the mind, and they will kill us also. Like chinta is worse than chitta. Chitta will burn the body, but chinta will burn our soul also. So mind is a tough man, tough entity. Is it our friend or enemy? What do you think? Is mind our friend or is our enemy? इतना disturbance करता है ना. What we have seen is all negative things about mind. Is it mind is a friend or enemy? दुश्मन है, जानी दुश्मन है, यहाँ पे बैठा है ना? Is it? Mind is enemy? दुश्मन which is doing all naughty thing, which is all working against us only. हमारे खिलाफ ही कार्य कर रहा है. Anything which is destructive for us is doing it. Is it destructive or friend or enemy? What Bhagavad Gita says about this? We'll read this shloka. This is what Krishna says about mind. This is this. Bandhuratmatmanastasya येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. Okay, somebody wants to read the translation? Your name, Prabhuji?
Ravikant.
Ravikant. Would you like to read?
Yeah.
Translation? Yeah.
For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends, but for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest.
So mind it itself is not good or bad, but if it is not controlled, it will create an havoc. But it is controlled, it can give immense power. So our mind power we have heard a lot, Mind has immense power. We can see, we have seen mind can generate so many thoughts, hundreds of thoughts. It has so much processing power it has. But if we use it in the right angle, right direction, it can do some so nice creative things. But it is not controlled. It is creating anxiety, stress, fear, and depression. Everything, what not can think of, everything. But mind has to be controlled. I'll tell one story of our friend in Russia, devotees. It's a real story actually. So Russia, sometimes ISKCON devotees were tortured, almost in the 90s. They used to put people into the jail, and the jail of Siberia, extreme cold, and in the jail you will not get a kind of woolen clothes and everything and all kind of thing. They will have dark cells. They will put them there, limited clothes, limited food, and they had to eat meat also. They force. ये तो ISKCON के devotees meat नहीं खाते, खिलाओ. Everything they will give meat only. Bread and meat, that will be put into food. Devotees will reject the meat and eat the bread only, where they will get energy and all these things. But these people were adamant, will not eat meat, but chant Hare Krishna and will just stay in the jail. These were many devotees suffered this kind of situation. This particular devotee, he was into the jail and there were no heater, nothing there, and there was a rod there, beds were iron beds, and limited thing, and no heater, he don't know procedure for heat, anything. So there was a rod kind of thing in the bed, iron bed, and he said he knew that there is power in the mind. So let me concentrate my mind into imagining something extraordinary. So he hold that rod and just gave the mind instructions, and again this rod is hot and it's giving me heat. And he started thinking, and because of that, he was able to survive all these things. And after some time, he opened his fingers, and there were the boils there, which happens when there is a lots of heat. So whatever you give the conditions to mind, whatever instructions you give to the mind, mind will generate. Why this is happening? Because body is in the control of the mind, and whatever mind say, body will generate. Body, if you ask body to generate the heat, it will generate. You have seen, body में इतना power होता है भयंकर. Sometimes there is funny. It's not funny, but it's real also. See the TV serials and the movies, and a hero is taking a beating after beating after beating, and all 4 or 5 gundas are coming and beating him. And suddenly he sees his sister is coming or mother is coming, and the gundas are torturing her. and he somehow he will get energy and he will take all this tail and throw away. You know, this is not an imaginary thing, it happens also. When somebody, some extreme situation comes, mind can instruct your body and it can generate so much power, it can, extreme thing you can do it. You know, so there is immense power. You know, we have seen, and in some doctors, you know, they will tell this story, like, you know, people who take some poison and something like that, they will give some kind of, you know, body aches, body को ना झटके मारते लोग. And when these patients are bought, at least there are 4 or 5 people they have to catch. One time they bought one patient who is thin like me, thinner than me, and he had drunk kerosene kind of thing, and he was doing so much nonsense things, and the पूरा body को ये कर रहा था. And 4 or 5 people were, they needed 4 people holding him. So much power कहाँ से आता है इसमें, है ना? But comes. The body has the power. It has to be instructed and it has to be then it has to be bought out. The mind has the control over the body. It can do anything which we cannot imagine also. Extreme things and all these things. So uncontrolled mind will take us to dungeon. It will take Bandhuratmat Manastasya, we saw it, the friend and the enemy. The uncontrolled mind will take us to the all sinful activities, sinful things. Do anything which is, you know, sinful things, some things which we enjoy a lot. You know, drinking, smoking, and it's always enjoy. And maybe if you are a student, you know, procrastination. The first sin for the student is procrastination. Aaj kare so kal kare so parso. Never do today, and it kills students' life. You know, students, these people will do study only in the last moment. हो जाएगा. फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर ऐसे ही पास किया, आखिरी सेमेस्टर भी ऐसे ही पास कर देंगे इंजीनियरिंग वाले. नेवर डू दैट. यू नो, प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन. So like this, they will put everything into the backstage. Mind will take everything. Mind will take everything away from us, whatever is beneficial for us. And yes, I mentioned about this shloka, this Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna says, it's very difficult to control the mind. If Krishna says, Bandhuratmat Manastasya, whoever has control his mind, his friend. But Arjuna says, not possible. How can I control my mind? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sudushkaram. Arjuna says, I can control wind, but mind control beyond my abilities. Arjuna is the best fighter. Yes, he is having celestial weapons. He says, I can control mind, but I can control the wind, but not my mind. So don't tell me all this yoga paddhati and all these things. It's not going to happen. Your mind will first give the obstruction for the change. If I tell you, okay, today, every day waking up at 7 o'clock, tomorrow onwards you have to wake up at 4:30. But mind will give a first option. अरे कैसे हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता. And you know, people who wants to wake up in the morning, they also find the same problem. They put, how many of you put 2 alarms to wake up? 2 alarm लगाते हो, है ना? Okay. How many of you snooze your alarm 4 times? 2 alarm लगाने के बाद भी उसको snooze 4 बार करते हैं. So this is what mind talking about. Mind is very active in the morning time. When you have to wake up, na, it's very active. It plans nicely. You have to wake up, you have to go to office, everything you have to do. But mind says, "Hey, yesterday you have worked hard, lots of work you have done. Now you take little rest. 5 minutes only, na? Okay. After 5 minutes, what's going to happen? Okay, we'll not take bath today. We'll just take a deo and go to the school. That's all. Time बच गया ना? Sleep 5 minutes more. And okay, no, we'll not go by cycle. Today we'll take an auto. We'll take a cab. We'll go faster. Don't worry. Sleep 5 minutes more. Sleep 5 minutes. Presentation ready करना है. You have done already your presentation. And just revise करना है. Why worry? Just do it. क्यों revise करना है? You already know this everything. Just go with this. That's all. Sleep. Just open your eyes and go to the presentation. है ना. Mind will take us everywhere, and my mind will make us cry. This is a nice representation. Okay, we'll hear this. I'll reduce the voice. Mind is like a child. See this? See, this is it's funny, but everybody has gone through this situation. Of course, if you don't have a kid also, we go through this situation always. Mind is being tricked. You know, you know, this is the scene of supermarket. You know, what you are going to purchase in a supermarket, that we don't know. Who will decide what we are going to purchase? Mind? No. Your mind is getting manipulated always. You go to market, you go to the supermarkets, you purchase something which you don't want, which is extra, which is unnecessary, and your basket is full. You went to purchase a needle, you purchase everything and come, but needle is not there. है ना? Why it is happening? Because everything is programmed. Before you go to supermarket itself, you are programmed. You are programmed about one particular product again and again and again and again and again, and it is being told to you, if you get this, you will get happiness. If you purchase this, you will get happiness. ये आराम का मामला है ना? You purchase that only, and people don't know. Advertising industry is taking benefit of these things. One thing, one samskara, I put it again and again and again and again. We will do that. Same toothpaste, we don't call toothpaste, we call Colgate only. How many of you call your toothpaste Colgate? Or maybe Pepsodent or something like that. You call it that only because it is programmed. Toothpaste means Colgate, and something like that. Many things are programmed like that. Almari matlab Godrej, photocopy means Xerox. That's all. That's a company name, brand name, but we are branded. We are programmed to do that. We are programmed to talk about it like that. So these samskaras are made, and we are manipulated by this advertising industry. We are manipulated by media. We are manipulated by this culture around us. How many of you thought of wearing dhoti every day in your office? Never thought of it. Always wearing shirt pant only, right? We are brainwashed. Dhoti kurta is our culture, man. And there is no shyness to go there to do with dhoti kurta in the office. But office means shirt pant. Not even kurta. Only kurta will wear only on a ethnic day, right? That's all. No, we are brainwashed just to follow something which somebody wants. We are brainwashed to do engineering only. है ना? इंजीनियरिंग क्या करोगे बेटा? इंजीनियरिंग ही करना है. और कौन सा इंजीनियरिंग करना है? पर्टिकुलरली सॉफ्टवेयर ही करना है. वी आर ऑल इज इनटू दैट. वी आर ऑल प्रोग्राम्ड. We don't know other avenues to earn money, and we educate ourselves just to earn money. अरे बेटा मेटलर्जी लिया हुआ है, पेट कैसे भरेगा? First question will come, how will you earn money? How will you survive? Metallurgy, यार you have taken a BA? अरे what is the scope for it? है ना? How will you earn? How will you survive? How will you live? बच्चे के बीवी बच्चे कैसे पालेगा? BA लेके बैठा है ना? So question comes, all his brainwash, all his culture is putting us into this same thing again and again. So this is what sanskaras are done, and the mind is programmed. Whole this environment and culture, they program us. This is our situation. How to control, how to, this Bhagavad Gita principle and Bhagavad Gita course and all these things, they talk about it. They talk about it, yes, we don't have real control of our own life. What we are going to purchase, what we are going to wear, which course we are going to take. We are not deciding. Somebody else is deciding for us, and we are just following it. बेटा इंजीनियरिंग करेगा, अंदर डॉक्टर ही करेगा, दूसरा कोई एवेन्यू ही नहीं है इंडिया में. If you go to Maharashtra, I'm from Maharashtra, that's what I'm talking about. Any student you ask, क्या करेगा? दो ही ऑप्शन है, एक तो डॉक्टर बनेगा, नहीं तो इंजीनियर बनेगा. There is no other option. At least Karnataka we have so many. Some people is this boy is doing animation, some boy is doing commerce, something like that. You know. So there are so many avenues, but we are programmed. What we are going to do, which kind of a house you will get, flat ही लेगा, independent house नहीं लेगा. So many things we are programmed. Hmm? So our control of our life is being given to somebody else, and we are following that. We are not thinking what's right, what's wrong. But why it's happening like that, and what is the right situation in our life should be? Who is the controller? This is the shloka from Kathopanishad. It speaks about the situation of our body. Atmanam rathinam viddhi sharinam ratham evacha buddhim tu rathinam viddhi. Okay, this is the shloka. But this shloka is depicted into this picture nicely. In this picture talks about the body as the chariot, or you consider as a car. Okay? What all things are here? You have five senses. You have the body. The chariot is like a body. The horses are like the senses. They are working senses, not simply the senses. They are working senses. The person, now you guess, who is that person in the blue robes holding the ropes? Who is he? Mind? Where are you into this whole scenario? Backside sitting there? Scared one? क्या हो रहा है मेरी जिंदगी में? You scared one. Why you scared?
Like because the horses are not under control.
When you are riding a vehicle and you are having a steering wheel in your hand, steering wheel, if you turn right, it will go right, left will go left. But control is gone, steering wheel is broken, and vehicle is running at a full speed. Scary situation, right? This is the situation. The horses are running wild. Indriyas, the senses are running wild, and they are not in control. Actually, who should control? The person who is holding the ropes. That is the intelligence, actually. And these ropes are like mind. Mind is not controlling the senses, and mind should. So, ideal situation is that the horses, the Indriyas, should be controlled by the mind. Mind should be controlled by intelligence, and intelligence should be controlled or dictated by the person sitting behind. But now situation is that this person is not in a control completely. Intelligence is not listening to him. Why? Mind is not listening to the intelligence. Why? Mind is not listening. The senses are not listening to the minds. Isn't it? See the example, simple will say. I'll give this example many times. We are going to some important thing to purchase into supermarket. Maybe what is supermarket nearby, which is biggest one? Gopalan. Okay. In the Gopalan you go, there are so many things around. Shop is also there, and one chocolate shop also is there. Like hot melting chocolate is there, and fragrance is going around. Or maybe a pakoda shop or something like that is coming up, and wife has already told you are on diet, don't eat anything, and pakoda smell is coming and nice fragrant pakodas. She has sent us to, her mother has sent us to purchase something, and what will happen? This pakoda will drag us. Eat, tongue will tell, eat. First smell will come to the nose, and it will say, pakoda. Last time I had it, so nice, let me have it. And this nose will dictate your mind. This nose will dictate your mind, and mind will say, yes, this is good experience, let me have it. And mind will control your intelligence, and intelligence will do whatever mind says. See, taking money from your pocket, giving to the person, and purchasing everything, it needs some coordination in the body, right? The paisa kitna lagega, how much is that, taking the money, giving the change, or all these things are there. It needs some kind of intelligence, right? Intelligence is being used as a slave by mind. It is not just simply, giving a small example how your mind is controlled by your senses. This is a simple thing. You think about a rapist. Is it easy task to do a rape and just escape? No, it needs so much intelligence to plan, to stalk a girl, and all so many things. Intelligent person. Intelligence is corrupt because mind is corrupt, and mind is corrupt because senses are corrupt. So this person, take the example of a rapist. He is a completely person in the control of his sense. That's all, and that's why everything is corrupt. Intelligence is also corrupt, and the person who is sitting there, he's watching just with horror. Who is this? We. This I give the extreme example of the rapist, but yes, more or less we are also in the same category. Hmm? So mind is dictating. Actually, what should be done? You know, mind should be in the control of intelligence. Hmm? Somehow, mind has become the master. The correct position is. Do you agree that mind is controller? Today in our life, do you think mind is the controller, right? है ना? Even in the Hindi movies, no, there is a dialogue. And even in वो बाद में बताता हूँ. Whenever I was looking into mobile, ना, sometimes I check the status and the people who are registered and all these things. Some people put the status, I follow what my mind says. है ना? Is it right status? Because mind can say anything wrong. Mind is a corrupt thing right away. है ना? Why I do what my mind says. लोगों को बड़ा प्राउड फील होता है जो मेरे मन की करता हूँ मैं. I do what my mind says. It's a very dangerous thing. Rapist also does this. What his mind says. Right thing. The criminal also says, है ना? This is one dialogue into some movie, I don't know. I steal because I want it. I steal because I like it. Something kind of somewhere I saw somewhere. So like that, है ना? And in our Hindi movie dialogue also, in my time there was a movie called something kind of, इसमें था मेरे मन को भाया मैंने something. You maybe remember, है ना? So mind likes and we does. And it's very dangerous thing. So what actually should be the situation? Bhagavad Gita speaks about it. What is the correct disposition should be? We'll read this shloka. This is a very instructive shloka. We can implement this in our life. Our life comes in our control. Indriyani paranyahur Indriyebhya param manaha Manasastu para buddhi Yo buddhe paratastu saha. Okay, who will read the translation? Very instructive, but yeah.
The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind. And he, the soul, is even higher than the intelligence.
Yeah. So who should be the controller? The soul. And soul has to instruct the intelligence. Intelligence has to instruct the mind, and mind has to instruct the senses. And senses will govern the world. So one who has mind in control, he can win over the world. पूरी दुनिया जीत सकता है. The one who cannot win himself cannot win anything. The one who has won himself or maybe won his mind, he has won everything in the life. Okay? And then question comes, how to bring this in the right order? This is the right order, right? But our order is completely disturbed. How to bring that things into back to the order? How to control the mind? Now comes the tips and tricks to control the mind. Training is required. You know, there is a dog. You know, how many of you have pet? You know that training is required. है ना? Otherwise pet will disturb whole house. कुत्ता पूरा घर का cushion सब खराब कर देगा. Until unless he is trained. है ना? Train. How to train the intelligence? How to train the mind? First, make the intelligence strong. We have seen. How many of you rode driven the bullock cart? गांव से आते हो ना आप लोग. Bullock cart you have driven? Huh? Seen that bullock cart? Oh. Yes, बैठे हैं. Okay, but you are not hold bullocks and all these things. Who is powerful? Bulls is powerful or cartman is powerful? Bull is powerful, strong, है ना? But still that man is controlling. How? He's holding the rope properly, right?
I think it's through the nose.
They put it like that, and this comes into hand and is properly controlled. What happens if this bull are arrogant and they are just wild? What they will do? They will jump here and there, and the person who is holding the rope, he will just be thrown. है ना? Whoever is the controlling the bull, he has to hold this rope strongly, right? When he holds strongly, then only that bulls will be controlled. है ना? Otherwise, he will fall, he will go loose. So, the person in our chariot analogy, the person who is holding the rope is intelligence. He has to be stronger. He has to be stronger. And how he will become stronger? How to make intelligence stronger? Right, by feeding the right values. Because intelligence job is to decide what's right, what's wrong. And to decide what's right and what's wrong, he should have the proper logic, right? I should not eat the gulab jam. Why? Mind will ask why. Of course, mind doesn't have to do anything with the why, but still he will ask why. अरे नहीं डॉक्टर ने नहीं बोला था, कैलोरीज बढ़ जाएंगी, है ना, शुगर बढ़ जाएगा, इट्स नॉट गुड, आई विल फील स्लीपी, पढ़ाई नहीं होगा, मार्क्स कम आएंगे. All these reasons he has to tell, he has to convince. Intelligence has to be stronger when he is fed the right values. And where will find the right values? Scriptures, the literatures. When we study, and the intelligence is exercised. है ना? When we go to gym, our muscles are exercised. And more exercise we do, more it will become stronger. More we do studies of Shastras, scriptures and values. Reading Ramayana and Mahabharata is not just simply entertainment, it is exercise of the mind. And why Lord Ram did this, why Krishna was doing this, all these intelligent questions are satisfied. And then when intelligence is strong, it gets all ammunition to fight against the wrong desires and wheels of the mind. It can control the mind when intelligence is stronger. We have to empower the intelligence. Okay? Second, we have to clear the previous impressions, samskaras. Okay? Mind works as per the previous samskaras. We have got so many impressions before, right? What's right, what's wrong, what's good, what I like, what I don't like. Mind will like to repeat all those. Watching movie is so nice. Tomorrow's exam and today they have released some nice movie. I would like to watch it, but I would repeat it because my mind wants to just waste my time. But I have to clear those. We have to restrain ourselves. That's why, there are some students, now the students, they refrain themselves from all these kinds of TV and social media to focus on the studies. Yeah. Yeah, true. To gain their focus, we have to clear our previous impressions. And for that purpose, of course, not simply refraining will not solve because impression is already there. Something we have already watched, something you have already experienced, the impression will last long. It is said that when people come to us for the porn addiction and all these things, we tell, and as soon as you see all these nonsense things, the impression will last till 20 years. Those impression will last 20 years, will not go at all. They have to struggle a lot to forget that. They will not forget. How to clear this? We have the impression which are going to last for 20 years now. We have to clear those. That something has to be done. Otherwise, we have to suffer. Solution is mantra meditation. The chant something with so much absorption that will take the prime spot. Anything which you do with the prime, extreme absorption and focus, that will give you the lasting impressions. So chanting with absorption, chanting with the focus will help you. Okay. So first thing is make intelligence strong. And when intelligence is strong, it will able to control the mind. And of course, we have to chastise the mind also. माइंड को डांटना पड़ेगा, अरे नहीं करना है मतलब नहीं करना है. वी शुड नॉट डू इज नॉट टू डू एट ऑल. You have to chastise him, you have to force him to do right thing. Chastising is must. And then we have to give him positive engagement also. Mind is like a monkey, we cannot stay idle. When intelligence is stronger, when parents are intelligent, they can engage their children into a good activities, right? If parents are dull and they are careless about their children, children will get spoiled, isn't it? Children will spoil. But parents have to be intelligent and alert to give good sanskar to their child. Same way, we have to be always alert. Intelligence has to be always alert to engage mind positively. Okay? So, intelligence has to be stronger, has to give good impressions, he has to be chastised, he has to be give positive engagements, and the impression has to be cleared by mantra meditation. Yeah. Yep. Always we have discussed. Okay? These are the trips to control the mind. And ultimately, what I say, mantra meditation is the ultimate thing. Hare Krishna, kids, you are doing mantra meditation now? Chanting? Can all join us? Okay, fine. We are going to stop here. This is the end of the session. And practically, we'll see how to do this mantra meditation and chanting and its experiences. Now, you can yourself experience it and understand the power of mantra meditation. Okay? So, if you have any questions, we'll take it up now. And we'll go for the question, this one, meditation.
प्रभु जी वो लास्ट पॉइंट था चेस्टिफाइड द माइंड मतलब क्या इसका क्या मतलब?
चेस्टाइज मतलब डांटना. Chastisement मतलब डांटना. Yeah. Mind is arrogant. Sometimes you have to scold the child ना for his benefit. है ना, डांट के बिठाना पड़ेगा. तो लाइक माइंड को भी चेस्टाइज करना ज़रूरी है. Otherwise it is adamant. Mind is adamant. Like you are driving a car and your child sitting next to you is disturbing you. You have to chastise him, right? Otherwise there can be accident. Mind को भी chastise कर. You have to chastise the mind and ask him to keep silent. For the better benefit. मतलब for the benefit of both. So chastising mind is good. We have to do it. We have to engage it. We have to chastise it, and we have to clear the previous sanskaras. Without? Yeah. What is the duration? It's based on the practice and sadhana. But at least, if we have habit of reading scriptures, good. If we don't have it, at least start with 1 page, 2 page, 3 page. It is the engagement of the mind. It is not like simply reading the scripture. It is critically reading the scriptures. Prabhupada never said just simply mug up the shlokas and go ahead. Prabhupada says, read my books critically. You should ask questions. Bhagavad Gita has to be read critically, not blind followers. You have to read it, ask questions, understand it. So this is how we have to do. Reading scriptures will make your brain intelligent, your brain stronger. This is an exercise. If you don't use brain, you become dull. You just follow reels, one after another, like this. Okay? Yep. Okay. So please distribute the beads. If you are doing first time, please let me know. This is first time for you, right? This is first time for you? Okay. Anybody's first time? Please raise your hand. Yeah, first time. First time. Okay. This chanting. Okay. Please give the beads them also. There are different meditation processes. Okay. But among all of them, there are like mindfulness, focus meditation, the focusing on the Trataka, and one person was there. I heard. If you want to stretch your legs, you can stand up and just walk around and come back again. Okay. Yeah. There was a guy in our when I was in the school days. He was talking about meditation. He was talking about walking meditation. Somebody talking about the chair meditation, and all these things are there. But actually, these are not meditation. Meditation means we have to do some exercise to the mind, sadhana. We have to control it and putting it back. Hmm? So while doing meditation, we have seen the example right now in few minutes back. Ki controlling mind for 30 seconds is so difficult. Trataka and all this empty, we are focusing on the void and emptiness is not going to work until unless you help your mind to control. How to control the mind? We have to control the mind with mantra. मनस्त्रायते इति मंत्र. मन को कंट्रोल करने वाला, मन को तारण करने वाला. त्रायते मीन्स टू हेल्प, टू सेव. द वन हु सेव्स द माइंड इज द मंत्र. So we have this, when mantra, when mind is assisted with mantra, power of mantra, it is not simply any word. It is a celestial word, they are spiritual words. They can control it. Mind is not a physical entity that we have. And a mind, we cannot say, where is your mind? Here or here? Where is your brain then? Mind is not here. Even brain is dead, mind will keep on working. Is a spiritual entity. Is not. Is very subtle. Not just simply kind of brain is things, or maybe not like the heart is here. Heart is a pump, which pumps the blood. Where is the mind then? You know, is a, sometimes we say is a software which is running on this hardware. You know, hardware and software, you understand the difference, right? So which is software running on this hardware. Hardware is for even whatever hardware is, software is good, we can make a benefit of it. Okay, so mind has to be controlled. Of course, we have seen mind is not our body, our organ that we can control. Mind is the energy of Krishna that can be controlled by power of Krishna. Mantra that we are talking about is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra we are chanting, and with this mantra we are controlling Krishna's energy only. Okay? So what we have to do? We have to chant, we have to produce this sound vibration from our mouth, softly, gently, and focus it through our ears. So what we are doing it? We are putting our mind to our ears. Mouth is producing the sound, but our heart, our mind is there into ears to hear that sound which is coming from the mouth. Okay, and with this mantra is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It attracts the mind and put it in one place. Many times you will feel that mind has gone here and there, but still you have to bring it back every time it goes here and there and put it in one place. Okay, for your help, the mantra is there on the screen. Okay. Before we start, I'll let you know how to hold the bead. Yeah. We have a bead which is having 108 monies. Okay, you will have a smaller version of this. This one, top money will be there, which is called as a Meru money. You have to skip it. You have to use it next money from that. Hold it with this 1, 2, 3 and 4 fingers. This finger you have to avoid. Okay, don't touch. And don't touch this mala onto the ground, not to your feet. It is a very sacred thing. And we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra on each money. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and going to next. Then Hare Krishna, and just that's all. Either you can keep your eyes closed, either you can keep your eyes on this mantra, but mind should be on the sound that you are producing. To help, there will be some meditative sound, meditative music will be running. Okay? Before we start, this is one prayer we'll do. Okay? These prayers will chant. Please repeat behind me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivas Adi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda. We'll chant in the chorus softly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare,